Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Radhanath Swaminiti Namini. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namini. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvisesa Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarini. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Mena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitamena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Svapadantikam. Mandeham Sri Guru Sri Utapadakamala Sri Guru Vaishnavamsa Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sakagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaidam Savadutam Parijana Sakitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sakagana Lanita Sri Visakan Vitamscha. Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namosute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarvyascha Kripa Sindhubhyaye Vacha Patitanam Pavnebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Isvaraga Paramaha Krishnaga Sachidananda Vigraha Anadi Radhir Govindaha Sarvakarana Karanam. Om Tat Sat. Hare Krishna. By the causeless mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, we are nicely studying Bhagavad Gita, the King of Secrets, Raja Guhyam. So by Krishna's causeless mercy, now we are in the 9th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. We are successfully understanding how Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So, this is the most confidential knowledge it is for us to know that everything is under Krishna's control. Only the demons say that Asatyam Apradishtam Te Jagat Ahu Aniswar. So the demons say that there is no God in control. Jagat Ahu Aniswar. Aparaspara Sambhutam Kimmanyat Kama Haitu. So this well just came on its own. Aparaspara Sambhut. That's what the demons say. We are extremely fortunate to listen to Krishna. Where Krishna says, I am the Supreme Law. Everything comes from me. Aham sarvasya prabhavo mattaga sarvam pravartate. So, with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, we understand without any doubt that Krishna is Purushottam. Aham adirke devanam maharishinam cha sarvasaga. That's what Krishna says. Name vidaga suraganaga prabhavam na maharishayaga. Aham adirke devanam maharishinam cha sarvasaga. So, even the demigods or even the maharishis, the great saints, they don't know me. Because I am the origin of them. That's what Krishna is saying there. Aham adirge devana maharishinam cha sarvasara. So everyone is coming from Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna. If you understand, we are understanding by Krishna's mercy, we are understanding the science of this Bhagavad Gita, the science of self, our self. We are realizing ourself. So with this Bhagavad Gita knowledge, so we are understanding that we are eternal. Sanatanaga. Jiva Bhuta Sanatanaga. Mamaivamse Jiva Loke Jiva Bhutaga Sanatanaga. We are eternal. But we also need to understand that we are struggling and suffering in this material way. Manasastani Indriyani Prakritistani Karsadi. So with 6 senses, including the mind, they are struggling hard in this material world. That's what Krishna says. That Manasastani Indriyani Prakritistani Karsadi. So we need to understand both. That we are eternal, but we are struggling and suffering. But we need to make sure that this struggle should end. it should not be eternal too. That is not good news for us at all. If you don't listen to Krishna, if you are not getting this Bhagavad Gita knowledge, then as we discussed yesterday, as we studied yesterday, that with all our activities, we are creating more bondage to this material world compared to at the time of birth. So when we do more activities with so much attachments to the results, so that means at the time of death, our bondage to this world will be much more than at the time of our birth. So, with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, we should minimize our bondage to this earth. We should completely, not only minimize, we should completely eradicate, completely remove all our attachments, bondage to this world. That's what we are supposed to do with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. This life is meant for that only. But if you don't have this knowledge, if you don't understand Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, then we will commit all kinds of sins in this world and create so much of bondage. So then it's going to be extremely difficult for us to get out of this material world. So that way, Jiva Bhuta Sanatanaham. So the living entity, the Jiva Bhuta, which is eternal, but unfortunately, it's going to also struggle eternally here. So as Krishna says that, Prapya Punya Kritan Loka Usitva Saswati Saman. So the divine persons, so who are endeavoring to control their mind, even if they don't succeed in controlling their mind in this life, but still they go to a place and live there as if it is permanent. That's what Prapya Punya Kritam Lokan Usitva Saswati Saman. So Saswati Saman means it's equal to, Saman means it's equal. Equal to Saswati means the permanent. So it's equal to the permanent abode, like Krishna's well, Goloka. So, but of course, after enjoying, we'll again come back here. But the same thing applies to the demons, the similar thing, not the same thing. It's actually the opposite thing. Basically, it applies. For them, they will keep coming back to this material world. That is going to become like a Saswati. So that is the Saswatam. So that is almost certain. So that they will keep coming back to this world forever if we don't listen to Krishna, if we don't understand and follow this Bhagavad Gita. So that means we are binding ourselves more into this material world. So that means the eternal soul, the Sanatanagam, it's going to suffer here eternally. So that's not at all a good news. So that's what Krishna is saying there, Tadoyanti Adamam Gatim. So Janmani Mam Aprapeva. So that means life after life, they will not be able to come to me. That's what Krishna says. Asuri Myoni Mapanna Mudaga Janmani Mam Aprapeva Kaunteya Tatoyanti Adamam Gatim. So they will reach the most condemned destination. Tatoyati Adamam Gatim. For us, we are very fortunate. But anyone who is not listening, it's very difficult for them. We can't help. Krishna himself can't help. If that was possible, then Krishna will definitely help everyone to get out of this material. But his hands are tied. When we are not ready to listen to Krishna, so then Krishna, even though he is ready to save us from this material world, even though he is ready to shower his blessings, mercy, everything upon us, causeless mercy upon us, but when we are stopping it, when we are not ready to receive Krishna's mercy, so then Krishna cannot help us. That's why Krishna says that Nadate kasyachin papam nachaiva sukrutam vibhuhum. So I don't assume the responsibility for anyone's good or bad deeds. So there is ajnanena avritam jnanam tena mukhyanti jantavaga, because their knowledge is covered by ignorance. So that means they don't have the knowledge that I am the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So that is the knowledge. So knowing and understanding without any doubt that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So that is the knowledge. If you don't have that knowledge, so then Krishna cannot help us, Krishna cannot save us, and we have to keep coming back to this material world and struggle and suffer forever. Die again and again. Take birth and die. Take birth and die. It's not fun at all. It's not at all fun. So we have to bring an end to this nonsense, this misery, what's happening to us in this material. That is possible only by surrendering unto Krishna, by rendering devotional service unto Krishna. Otherwise, it is not at all possible. So that way, we are very fortunate to get this knowledge, to understand this Bhagavad Gita and follow. So we are understanding everything, whatever Krishna is teaching us, we are understanding. So this 18th chapter, 700 slokas, verses, if we repeatedly study again and again and understand everything what Krishna is teaching here, so that means if you understand this Bhagavad Gita fully all the time, if you are able to recollect and remember, we are able to understand which chapter, in which sloka, what Krishna is saying, everything, if we are able to do that, so that means our life is going to be very, very peaceful and blissful. So that means we are going to eternally enjoy in Krishna's abode. So that's what is needed. So the Jiva Bhuta Sanatanaga, so this eternal living entity, it should become a Brahma Bhuta Sanatanaga. It should not be Jiva Bhuta Sanatanaga. So it should become Brahma Bhuta Sanatanaga. So that means we will go to Krishna's well, and then we are called as Brahma Bhuta, not Jiva Bhuta. In this material well, we are known as Jiva Bhuta. So if we elevate ourselves to Goloka, so that way, Mamayvamse Jiva Loke Brahma Bhuta Sanatanaka. So then they are not at all struggling. So that's why Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma. So when a person elevates himself to the Brahma Bhuta platform, Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma Nasochati Nakangsati. So there is no lamentation, no hankering. That's what happens. Only in this material world, Jiva Bhuta Sanatanaga only is going to struggle hard in this material world because there is Sochati, Kanksati, both are there. So there is lamentation and hankering. So hankering after what we don't have and others have, and lamenting for what we had and we don't have, we lost it. So that's what lamentation and hankering. So, but whereas Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma Nasochati Nakangsati, so that's what Krishna says, Samaga Sadvai Sarveshu Bhuteshu Madbhaktim Labate Param. So such a person who is in a Brahma Bhuta platform, so he is equal to everyone. Sarveshu Bhutesu, all living entities. Samaga Sarveshu Bhutesu Madbhaktim Labate Param. At that point of time, he attains complete devotion unto me, the supreme, the ultimate devotion unto me. That's what Madbhaktim Labate Param. So that's what needs. Vatyamam Abhijanati Avanyas Chasmi Tatvataka. When we achieve that bhakti, so then we understand about Krishna very well. So then everything becomes crystal clear to us. There is no confusion, no doubt. We understand beyond doubt. Nobody can change us. Nobody can shake our faith. So we have got such a very, very strong faith based on this philosophy of Bhagavad Gita, this science of Bhagavad Gita. So then we will be able to do all kinds of wonderful service to Krishna with that faith. So that way, our path is very much certain. It's very much determined. So we will go to Goloka. We will focus everything on Krishna. And our goal is only to reach Goloka. That's it. So it's on our way. We are on our way to Goloka. We are making progress. By studying this Bhagavad Gita, maybe we may not be noticing because it's a day by day we are making progress, but over a period of time, definitely we are now itself, those devotees who are studying this Bhagavad Gita for a very long time, we will be able to notice that now Krishna is taking care of us very well. So Krishna is solving all our problems. So there are no worries at all because we will leave everything to Krishna and do everything for Krishna. So that's what we are trying to do. With this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, we are understanding everything what we need to know about Krishna. So then our life is going to become very, very peaceful and blissful life. So we don't have to struggle. That Managasastani, Indriyani, Prakritistani, Karsati. That Karsati is not there for devotees. Devotee is not struggling. The devotee of Krishna with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita is always enjoying only. Atmaram. So that's what Krishna is saying, that once we are able to enjoy yastu atmaratireva syat atmatriptascha manavaga atmanyevacha santustaga. So that's what is happening with the devotees. So they are enjoying within the self. Tasya karyam na vidyate. For such a devotee, there is no duty to do. Nothing is forcing us to do anything. We are free. We are set free. So that is the way to achieve Brahmabhuta platform. So with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, by doing everything for Krishna, so that way we should not be attached to anything in this material world. So then we are enjoying actually. So that way, since we are not attached to anything, then we can be equal to everyone. We don't have to treat someone as enemy or friend. We don't have to be envious upon someone who has got something better than us. Or we don't have to even feel very materialistically like puffed up, proud that we have got something which others, they don't have. All such things will go away. That kind of thinking, that kind of mindset, it all will be completely, it will disappear. It will go away. If we are if you are studying this Bhagavad Gita, if you realize and understand that we are the soul, we are not the body, and Krishna is the super soul, and we are eternally related to Krishna. So whatever we see, whatever we feel, experience in this material world, whatever we perceive with our senses, they all have only temporary relationship, only temporary nature. That's it. That's it. What we see today is not the same tomorrow, and it was not the same yesterday. Everything is changing. That's what we need to understand. Everything will change. Our environment will change. Our life, like we'll get old. So definitely our body is changing. So all these things are changing. At one point of time, we will leave this world and we'll die. And we need to make sure that at that time, we should be ready to go to Goloka. That's what is very important. We should not be coming and struggling and suffering and again in this material way. What is the point? Maybe in our previous life, we worked so hard and earned so much and we accumulated so much wealth. And where are they? We are not there to climb them. We don't know which planet we were there. We don't know which city, which place, and what kind of assets and everything we had. What kind of stocks, this, that, asset and money, bank accounts and all such things. Where are they? What happened to all of them? What about the life before the previous life? What about the life before that? Every life, we worked very hard. We earned so much. And we cannot claim all such things. We cannot claim that that is ours. Because we don't even know. We can't even go there. The same thing is going to happen in this life, whatever we are earning, whatever we are thinking that it is ours. Nothing is ours. Only Krishna is ours. That's what we need to know. If we just know that only Krishna is ours, then no problems, no issues at all. So by Krishna's causeless mercy, we have successfully finished 15 slokas in the 9th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. So Krishna is teaching very clearly that the devotees, they surrender unto Krishna's divine nature, Devi Prakriti, whereas the fools who don't understand that Krishna is the Supreme Lord, so they surrender unto the Mohini Prakriti, the Krishna's the illusory nature. So that's what Krishna is teaching us. So once we understand, we surrender to Krishna, then we will be always engaged in his service, always. So all the time our mind is only after Krishna, not on anything else. So by Krishna's mercy, what we studied until now. So in the sloka number 14, Krishna is teaching us very clearly that in the 9th chapter, sloka number 14, Satatham kirtayanto mam yadantascha dhritam vrathah namasyantascha mam bhaktya nityayukta upasate. So always chanting my glories. Satatam kirtayanto mam. Yadantascha dratavrataga. Always endeavoring with great determination. Namasyantascha mam bhaktya. Always offering obeisances unto me with full devotion. Nityayukta upasate. They are always engaged in worshipping me. That's what Krishna is teaching. That's what the devotees who surrender unto Devim Prakritim. So that's what Mahatmanastu Mam Partha Devim Prakritim Ashritaga. Bhajanti Ananya Manaso Nyatva Bhutarim Avyayam. That's what we studied in the previous sloka. So always chanting my glories, endeavoring with great determination, bowing down before me, these great souls perpetually worship me with devotion. Then in the next two sloka, what we studied yesterday, in the sloka number 15, Krishna is talking about those who are worshipping the universal form. Jnana yajnena chapyanye yajante mamupasate ekatvena prithakvena bahuda vishvato mukham. So others, anye means others. So with the knowledge, so jnana yajnana, with the cultivation of knowledge, so they also worship me. So in oneness and then differently. So ekatvena, prathakvena, and bahuda vishvato mukham. So in the with multifarious, many universal form. So bahuda vishvato mukham. That's what Krishna is saying in diversity. So although who engage in sacrifice by the cultivation of knowledge, others who engage in sacrifice by the cultivation of knowledge, worship the Supreme Lord as the one without a second, as diverse in many and in the universal form. That's what we studied yesterday. Now Krishna is continuing in the next sloka, sloka number 16. Aham krathuraham yajnyaha swadaham maham maushadam aham agni mantroham maham yeva Gyam aham agniraham kutam. Aham kratur. So I am the Vedic ritual and I am the sacrifice. So that's what. Aham kratur, aham yajna. Swadaham, I am the oblation and I am ausadam, the healing herb. Mantroham, I am the mantra, the transcendental chant. I am the mantroham, aham evagyam, I am the butter. So that's what we use at the time of yajna, pouring in the fire, agni. So that's what I am the melted butter. Aham evagyam, aham agni. So I am the fire and I am the offering, the hutam. So I am the hutam, I am the offering. That's what Krishna is saying. I am the hutam. So, but it is I who am the ritual, I am the sacrifice, the offering of the ancestors, the healing herb, the transcendental chant, and I am the butter and the fire and the offering. So everything is Krishna. That's what we studied in the 4th chapter. Brahmagnav Brahmanahutam. So Brahmarpanam Brahmahavigi Brahmagnav Brahmanahutam Brahmaiva Tena Gantavyam Brahma Karma Samadhinagam. So that's what we studied. So the same thing here Krishna is saying that Aham Kratur, Aham Agnyaha, Swadaham, Aham Ausadam, Mantroham Aham Yevagyam, Aham Magnir, Aham Kutam. So by Krishna's causeless mercy, we have successfully finished sloka number 16 in the 9th chapter today. Now let us chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra and focus our mind on the transcendental sound vibration. We'll chant 2 rounds of mantra, which will roughly take about 15 minutes. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Radhanath Swaminiti Namini. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namini. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesa Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarini. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitamena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे राम हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे राम राम हरे 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 हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम हरे हरे 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे राम हरे कृष्ण हरे हरे राम हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे राम हरे हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे राम हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 हरे राम हरे हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे राम 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 हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे राम 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 हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम हरे Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrindam Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Rama Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Mithun Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Guruji, how are you?
Hare Krishna, by Krishna's causeless mercy, I'm fine, Prabhu. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Thank you, Guruji, for the wonderful class. No questions for today.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Rama.
Hare Rama, Hare Krishna Prabhu. Hare Krishna. R.K. Goyal Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu. Annie Pepper Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you for another wonderful class. No questions tonight, but I enjoyed it very much. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Brinda Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hello, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
I cannot hear Guruji.
I'm able to hear you, Mataji. I'm able to hear you.
Yes. Now I can hear. Hare Krishna, Guruji. Thank you for the class and the takeaway that the demons, Guruji. But you said that we need to be connected to the divine nature of Krishna and not the material nature. But the material nature is also coming from Krishna, Guruji. And we living in the material world, our senses being material, mind, intellect, all being material. But the soul being
we should have Bhagavad Gita knowledge, Mataji. If we have Bhagavad Gita knowledge, we are connected with the divine nature of Krishna. If you don't have Bhagavad Gita knowledge, that means we are ignorant.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So all the time we need to be connected to the divine nature of Krishna, though the material nature is also a part of his creation.
That is correct. We should be connected with Bhagavad Gita. We should be connected with Krishna through Bhagavad Gita. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Guruji. Thank you so much, Guruji. Very nice class. And
Yes,
I'm glad that every day, somehow or the other, we are connected to Krishna. And this
Yes.
Bhagavad Gita class is really one, it's a boon for all of us, Guruji. Thank you so much. Hare
Thank you,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Rama,
Ram,
Rama
Hare Hare.
Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Guruji. Hare
Thank you.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Rama. R.K. Goyal Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Guruji, Sadhu
Hare
Dandavat Pranam Guruji.
Dhanavad Pranams Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Guruji, it's very nice to be in Krishna consciousness. The knowledge that you are giving is really very, very helpful in carrying out
Hare
our
Krishna
activities
Guruji.
day to day.
Yes, Prabhu.
So
Hare
we are
Krishna.
Hare Krishna
very much
Guruji.
grateful to you for your guidance and continuous instructions that we get through you in the morning session. Of course, I get distracted intermittently because of my schedules of inspections. But today only I have come back from inspection, but I found it necessary to get connected to you. So grateful to you, Guruji. Hare Krishna. So nice of you.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Venkatanagarjan Prabhu. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Okay. Hare Krishna
Hare
Guruji.
Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Guruji.
Hare
Thank you
Krishna.
Guruji for today class. Yes. Dhanyavad Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Ipsa Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Thank you for this class, Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji. Hare
Today is my exam, so
Okay.
with Moses, I am going to appear my
Very
exam.
nice. Mataji. Do it nicely for Krishna, Mataji. Krishna will take care.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Hare Rama.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Sheela Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Guruji, for the wonderful class, Guruji. Thank you for helping us and keeping us in Krishna consciousness. Thank you, Guruji, very much. Hare Krishna, Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Rama. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Hare
Hare Rama. Hare Rama. Rama Rama. Hare Krishna. Sumati Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Guruji.
Hare
Thank you for the class, Guruji. I was
Yes,
just
ma'am.
reading the purport and the next shloka also actually to understand what he meant in this.
Yes.
So during those Vedic times, I think when this Bhagavad Gita was revealed to Arjuna, people were following more of Vedic rituals, is it, Guruji? more of sacrifices and chanting and all that. So he says he is all of that. Krishna says, I am all of that, and everything we say anyway, Krishna Arpanam at the end also. So Krishna is clearly saying that whatever you are doing, by doing devotional service to me, you get the benefits of doing Vedic sacrifices or chanting Vedic hymns also.
Yeah, Vedesu, Yajnesu, Tapasu, Chaiva, Dhanesu, Yat Punya, Palam, Pradesham, Adyeti, Tatsarvam, Idam, Viditva, Yogi, Paramsthanam, Upaiti, Chadam. So just being a yogi, rendering devotional service unto Krishna, we'll get everything by doing anything else.
Yes, Guruji. Thank you, Guruji. Because many people take different paths, and I was seeing how everybody can lead to, the one path, that is, they understand that Krishna is the supreme God. So, even in the Vedas, even in the Vedas, is it not mentioned anywhere, Guruji, that
it's all there, but the problem is that they are attracted to the flowery language of Vedas. That's what Krishna says, that Yamimam Pushpitam Vasham Pravadanti Avipaschitaga. Those who are not learned, so they just describe about the flowery, attracted to the flowery language of Vedas. So Vedavada Rathaha Pata Nanyata Stiti Valinaga Kamatmanaga Swarga Paraga Janma Karma Palapradam Kriya Vishesha Bahula Bhogaiswarya Gatim Pratim. So that's all, they are attracted to Bhoga and Aishwarya. That is the problem. We need to understand that Krishna is the Supreme Lord, and we should be attracted to Krishna, not to the Bhoga and Aishwarya. So that's the problem.
Okay. So people are getting more attracted to the frills and fancies than the actual, substance which they have to get attracted.
That is the thing. Yavanataga Udapane Sarvataga Samplutotake Tavan Sarvesu Vedesu Brahmanasya Vijana. So whatever purposes served by a small well can at once be served by a large reservoir of water. So similarly, all the purposes of Vedas is served by those who know the purpose of Veda. So what is the purpose of Veda? Vedesya sarve ahameva vedu. Of all the Vedas, I am to be known. So we need to know Krishna. Then we have understood Vedas. So that means by studying this Bhagavad Gita fully, we already understood Vedas. We don't have to go and study Vedas separately.
Yes, Guruji. Thank you, Guruji. Because in Vedas also there is so much of, they are distilling as it goes into the Upanishads and to the other, where people question and answer. So that itself is, culmination of knowledge which they are doing into spiritual inquiry.
But for us, Bhagavad Gita is enough.
Correct. So that when it is already summed up in this, so people who have gone
when directly given by Krishna, then why we need to do anything? It also can come from Krishna only, Veda also. But Bhagavad Gita is the ultimate thing.
Yes, Guruji.
In this Kali Yuga, we don't have time for anything else. We have to just focus only on Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam. That's it.
Thank you, Guruji.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Rama. Hare Krishna. Jyoti Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Guruji. Thank you for the class. It was very nice today. The class was nice.
Yes.
No, I have no doubts today.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Guruji. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Mohanan Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu. Satyendra Singh Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Lisa Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Guruji, in today's sloka, we learned that Krishna is the Vedic ritual, Krishna is the Mahayagna, Krishna is the offering to the ancestors, Krishna is the Aushadhi or the healing herb, Krishna is the mantras chanted, Krishna is the butter and the fire. So when we perform devotional service in Krishna consciousness, we are performing all these offerings.
That's it.
So Guruji, yes, so today's shloka was really interesting. Thank you so much, Guruji, for your effort. Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Each and every shloka what we are going to study from now onwards are going to give us so much of knowledge this month.
Yes, Guruji. Yes, very true, Guruji. Thank you so much, Guruji.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Satyendra Singh Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Guruji, Pranam.
Pranam Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Really interesting, wonderful session today also. You have reiterated that the material world bondage, and we have to liberate it, us from the bondage. Again and again coming in this miserable world. The Krishna consciousness is the only remedy by which we can free us from bondage.
Yes.
It is not possible, it is tough, but slowly and again with the practice, the Krishna consciousness, we can achieve those things in subsequent birth or this birth itself. Thank you, Guruji, for wonderful class, and today's sloka also, beautiful sloka in which the Krishna is saying he is everything, as the earlier devotee has said. Thank you, Guruji, for
thank you, Prabhu. Hare
beautiful. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Kripa Lakshmi Mataji, Kripa Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Hare.
For so long a time, I have lived unconsciously, Guruji. So now that I'm listening to your classes, I've started to develop a new kind of consciousness, which is really sweet and very nice. So it's really nice, Guruji. Thank you very much, Guruji.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Mataji. Hare Rama. Hare Krishna. Deepesh Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Thank you for the wonderful class. I don't have any questions. No doubts today. Hare Krishna, Guruji. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Anita Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Guruji, Pranam.
Pranam Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Hare Ram. Thank you so much for the class.
Thank you,
And very
Mataji.
good. Hare Krishna, Hare Ram. Ram Ram, Hare.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Pranam.
Hare Krishna. Sunil Shrivas Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. Dandavat Pranam, Guruji.
Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram.
Pranam, Guruji. Dandavat Pranam, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Mohanan Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Pranam, Guruji.
Pranam Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Thank you so much for the wonderful class, Guruji. Very interesting slogas. Krishna is everything. He's the rituals. He's the Vedic rituals. He's saying he's the one, and the mantras and the sacrifice. Everything is he.
Everything
it's
is
very interesting. Everything is very interesting slogas, Guruji. Thank you so much, Guruji. Hare Krishna, yes. Guruji. Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Mahendra Shukla Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Pranam. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Rumba Nandi, sir.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Manorajan Sahu Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Class really, devotees are expressing how Krishna is everything. So yes, really nice class, pervading in all things. So nice discussion, enlightening class, and regularly all the devotees, I feel that they are nearer to Goloka. And because of you, by your grace, by your sincere endeavors, we are in the process of reaching to Goloka. So, Paridham and Krishna Srila, really we are very grateful. Thank you, Guruji. Pranam, Guruji. Satata Naman Naman.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Let us listen to Srila Prabhupada's Kirtan now. Hare Krishna.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna.